Beneath a shroud of early morning mist, the surface of the Lua River trembles. From the swirling currents, a dragon horse emerges, golden scales shimmering as cosmic patterns glisten across its majestic back. Nearby, Fuxi sits atop a sacred mountain, his gaze unwavering as he witnesses the revelation of the universe's secrets. With brush in hand, he traces the lines that will change the destiny of humanity. Let's begin.
Throughout history, humanity has searched for ways to harmonize chaos and order, to bridge the mysteries of nature with the rhythms of daily life. If you've ever felt lost in a world of complexity, yearning for a thread to connect you to the origins of wisdom, you're not alone. In ancient China, the legendary sage Fuxi stands as that very bridge, a luminous figure whose legacy still pulses beneath the symbols, stories, and even the technologies of our modern era. His journey begins not with monuments or armies, but with an unyielding curiosity and a vision of what humanity could become. Fuxi's story is woven from the primal fog of creation. Picture a world submerged in boundless, swirling chaos. Mountains rise like sleeping dragons. Rivers coil across the land beneath endless thunderclouds. In the mysterious land of Huachu, at the heart of the Thunder Marsh known as Les, Fuxi and his sister wife Nuwa are born, not of mortals, but of divine spark, emerging side by side, their lower bodies entwined in graceful serpentine coils. The air thrums with electricity. Reeds tremble as the first crack of cosmic lightning splits the sky. All around them, early humans wander the wilderness, survival a matter of instinct and brute strength. Flesh is eaten raw, blood is taken cold, and the world knows neither marriage nor community. Only the harsh, unyielding law of tooth and claw. Fuxi observes this wild landscape with clear, searching eyes. He studies the heavenly constellations and the behavior of animals, feeling the pulse of nature flowing as surely as rivers. The lessons he learns are not taken for granted. He carves them patiently into the life of his people. The first teaching he gifts to the world is the uniting of man and woman, a foundational act of civilization. Before Fuxi, people know only fleeting encounters, their offspring abandoned to fate. But Fuxi draws sacred boundaries in the earth, teaching the value of pairing in harmony. He establishes the first rituals of marriage, consecrating the union between man and woman, and teaches his people to honor and care for their children. Imagine the quiet wonder of the earliest human families gathering around fires at twilight, no longer scattered or alone, but bound by the shared promise of kinship and protection. The names passed on, the lineages formed. These echoes still shape how we build families and communities today, in marriages that honor partnership over mere survival, and in traditions that bind us through generations. But Fuxi's gifts are not limited to the social fabric. He turns next to the hunger shadowing every ancient life. Before him, humans scavenge and hunt by desperate luck, their hands stained with the dryness of raw meat. One morning, Fuxi kneels by a rock, watching the intricate dance of a spider weaving its glistening web. Inspiration strikes. With reeds and vines, he twists the first fishing nets. There forms a direct echo of the spider's design, and teaches his people to use them in rivers and lakes, teeming with life. The act is transformative. Fresh fish sizzle now over the new wonder of fire, as families gather to share cooked meals for the first time. He invents the bow and arrow, the trap and snare, and domesticates wild beasts to work, and provide alongside humanity. The skills of fishing, hunting, and animal husbandry, these are no small steps. Picture the moment a villager casts the first rough net into a river and pulls forth what seems a miracle, the beginning of plenty. Today, every farmer who tends cattle, every cook who seasons a meal, every parent who provides supper for their family owes a quiet debt to the hands of Fuxi. Yet, Fuxi's mind soars higher, drawn towards harmony, not just of earth, but of spirit. In the quiet, he listens to the sighing wind and the murmuring stream, sensing music where others hear only sound. Out of silk and wood, he crafts the first guqin, a stringed instrument whose gentle notes flow like water over stones. With his fingers, Fuxi teaches the rhythm of the 5 tones, establishing the music that soothes the heart and refines the character. Music, in his hands, becomes more than entertainment. It is prescription, medicine, a form of cosmic order made audible. Imagine villages coming alive as sunset pours gold over the land, and the air fills with gentle notes. Children's laughter woven among melodies. Even now, the arts remain a means for us to process emotion, resolve conflict, and create connection, whether in symphony halls or in the quiet strum of a guitar after a long day. But perhaps Fuxi's greatest gift is knowledge rendered visible, a system that makes the universe legible to the human mind. One day, while meditating on a sacred mountain, Fuxi gazes into the ever-flowing yellow river. Suddenly, a dragon horse emerges, its scaled back patterned with symbols, dots and lines, networks that speak in silent logic. Or, in another telling, a mystical turtle rises, its shell inscribed with cosmic numerals. Fuxi traces these marks into the Bagua, the 8 trigrams, foundational elements of change and balance representing heaven, earth, thunder, water, mountain, wind, fire, and lake. He teaches his people to read these patterns, unlocking the cycles of life and destiny, laying the groundwork for the I Ching, Feng Shui, and an entire philosophical tradition rooted in the movements of nature. Each trigram whispers a lesson, that life is change, that opposites must be balanced, that observation and adaptation beat mindless repetition. Even today, from the organization of city layouts to the choice of when to begin a new venture, countless people look to these ancient patterns for guidance, seeking a flow aligned with the universe's deeper rhythms. Not content with feeding the body and enlightening the heart, Fuxi also crafts the first written signs. He observes the world closely, the way birds leave prints in the mud, the alignments of animal markings, and cloud forms. Inspired by these observations, he creates Kangjia script, inscribing the first strokes of Chinese writing onto bamboo, wood, and bone. With this system, memory breaks the boundary of a single generation. Laws can be recorded, poetry can be shared, medicines can be remembered. The lines etched by Fuxi's hand ripple through centuries, echoing in every character written by calligraphers, scholars, and children practicing their first words. In a world still haunted by the fear of forgetting, this gift remains as relevant as ever, offering order to information and a bridge from fleeting experience to lasting culture. With Nuwa, Fuxi seeds humanity itself. The myths tell of the divine pair fashioning people from the yellow clay of the riverbanks, breathing life into their forms so that wisdom and order may flourish. Together, they act as both parents and guides, walking among their creation, teaching by example and compassion. Their union is not merely literal, but metaphysical, the joining of yin and yang, of earth and sky, of softness and strength. As generations spread, Fuxi's legacy becomes the very backbone of Chinese identity, with every emperor tracing his line back to this dragon-crowned sage. The dragon itself, carved into jade, painted on silks, emblazoned on imperial robes, becomes the primary emblem of authority, wisdom, and celestial favor, a symbol that persists as a living force in art, architecture, and even celebrations like the Spring Festival. After almost 2 centuries guiding his people, legend says Fuxi does not simply die. Instead, he ascends, radiant and draped in robes shimmering with dawn's first light. He takes his place as celestial emperor of the East and god of spring, his domain marked by the return of green to the earth, renewal, and the cyclical promise of hope. His presence is felt each time rivers swell, life awakens, and balance is restored after winter's silence.
If you ever feel powerless in the face of daily chaos, relationships strain, work piling up, life's meaning slipping away, remember Fuxi's first act: observe, connect, and create new patterns. Today, try approaching one daily routine with intention. Whether you're cooking dinner, starting a project, or simply spending time with family, pause and notice the details, harmonize your actions, and seek a little order in the wild. For more timeless mythic wisdom, subscribe and stay rooted in the wisdom of the ages.